If you've ever wondered how to be consistent on YouTube or any other social media platform for that matter, I've got a couple pointers that I'd like to share with you here that I hope might be able to give you a leg up, right? They're ones that I learned about and have worked out for me, at least in recent times anyway. You often hear people saying if you want to be successful on YouTube or any of the other social media platforms, the key is consistency, right? You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. Now, consistency can be on various levels, whether that means if you've decided that you're going to post every single day, then that's your level of consistency. If you've decided once a week, that's your level. But whatever that level is, you have to try to maintain it. So everything starts with making the decision to determine what's going to be realistic for you, right? And doable, right? So we all lead different lives, right? Some of us have kids, others not, right? We have some more demanding jobs, others not as much. But whatever that is for you, just decide whatever your level, whatever your level is, like the number of times that you're going to be posting is, and stick to it. Okay, so that's number one. Decide whatever that number is going to be for you. Now, the second tip that I'll give you, which to me is probably the strongest, right, or probably the best, right, is for you to find a way to, or actually, it's not even about finding a way, right? Once you've determined whatever your number or whatever your level of consistency is going to be, before you start uploading to any of the platforms, in this case, especially with YouTube, right? Before you start uploading, create a bunch, right? A batch, right? Like create like as much as you can before you actually start posting. Like let's just say at like a good 4 month, sorry, 2 months worth, or just let's call it one month's worth. I was gonna say 4 weeks, I guess. 1 month's worth of content, right? So that you have some breathing room. All right, you have some breathing room that you can use as a cushion, right, to keep up with your level of consistency, right? So if you decided that you're going to be posting when starting out, let's just say you've decided that you're going to be posting once a week, right? For the first month, once a week, even though if you're just starting out, if you can, I would encourage a little bit more than that. But hey, whatever your level is, let's just say you've decided you're going to start posting once a week. Before you post that first video, create at least 4 videos that you have ready to go, all right? And such that you can have them ready and scheduled to go. And then once you post that first video, don't wait until all 4 videos you've uploaded all 4 videos, right? Now just start working on your next batch of videos, right? And that way you're staying ahead of the curve, right? Because I can tell you from experience, there's nothing worse than let's just say you're somebody that posts every single day like I've been doing right now, in terms of consistency for the past basically since the 1st of December of 2024. I haven't skipped a day, right? There's nothing. It's kind of stressful in a sense when you don't have a bunch of videos piled up, right? And I'm saying this from experience because even right now with these videos that I'm doing right now, I don't necessarily have a bunch piled up, right? I'm only like maybe one day ahead or 2 days ahead, which is not good enough, which is not good, right? Which is not good. I was able to do this a lot more easily before when I was only posting like maybe 2 times a week, 3 times a week, or not as consistent as often, right? But when you don't have a batch, then you start getting to that point where you're feeling stressed or like antsy because the day or the time is running out and you haven't yet posted your video. You have all these errands and all these different things that you got to do, and then now you find yourself trying to record a video in a panic or in a rush, and obviously the quality of the work that you put out is probably not going to be as good. Okay, So it helps big time. Of all the different pointers that of all the different pointers that I could give you, I would say this is probably the most the most valuable one, I would say. I don't know if that's the right word I'm using, or like the strongest pointer, strongest tip, right? That could really give you a chance to maintain your level of consistency. Okay, so it's really batching out, creating as many pieces of content, right? Like if you can if you can have at least give yourself at least a month safety net, right? That's huge, right? That's huge. And in that way, when you don't inevitably when that time inevitably comes, right, where you don't feel like uploading or so, right, you can take a little bit of a break, right, knowing fully well that you have a bunch of videos stacked up ready to go. You can take a little break and then try to recharge and then catch up, right, catch up, and you catch up with keeping yourself like a month ahead of schedule. Now, obviously, the more frequently you decide to that your number of times that you're going to post is, obviously the higher that number is, the harder it is going to be to create your bank of batch videos for an entire month, right? So like in my case, like right now, I've been maintaining posting at least once every single day, right? It's going to be harder for me to create like a like 30 to 31 videos in advance, right? In advance. So that's just basically what I'm getting at. But even with that, let's just say let's just say you decide that you're going to be posting, I don't know, 2 times a week, at the bare minimum. If there are times that you're feeling a little hot, right, and you want to post a little bit more, mm, that that might not hurt either, because I'm saying this because in my case, right, where I'm posting every single day, there have been times where I post more than once a day, right? And but I don't maintain that, right? But at the very minimum, I'm maintaining my base level of at least once a day. So whatever your frequency is, if you decide to go for more to give yourself a little push, right, you can do that, but just make sure you maintain at least your base level, okay, your base level. And I'm saying, I mean, some people might beg to differ, but in my case, I've seen when I do post more frequently, more than just once a day, I have seen spikes, right? I have seen it pay off, right? That's the other thing too that I've come to realize, that when you post, what time you post, and all that type of stuff, people telling you that, oh, the best time to post is at this time and that time. When it comes to YouTube, if I'm being honest, at least from my experience, I don't think that stuff really matters. I used to think it does, but I don't think it really matters, especially when you see, when you have videos that are performing for an extended period of time, right? Despite the fact that you're piling on with other videos. But I have older videos that are still outperforming and still getting more views right now than my more recent videos. So I don't know. So that who's to say what time? Who knows? That's been my experience anyway. Okay. So that's that. And then I guess the last one, the last tip I would give you, which could be a little bit harder to come by, especially if you're someone who doesn't necessarily have people around you that can, or even on the phone, right? Even like people that are necessarily doing what you do. But I think it helps when you have somebody doing the stuff that you do, right? If you have another friend, another person that also does YouTube or does create content, right? You guys can try to act as each other's accountability partners. That's a big one, like have somebody there as an accountability partner where you guys are pushing each other, trying to make sure that you do stay on top of, and you have to tell each other whatever your your consistency levels are, right? So that you can actually check up on each other and call each other out when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. So those are really those are at least like the little pointers that I can, that at least they've worked, they've helped me. Even though I haven't used the last one as far as like having an accountability partner, I've kind of done it in the sense that maybe I've told the one and only person that knows about my channel, right? And then every now and then they can give me, you know, if I don't keep up, which they haven't had to keep up with me thus far because I've been doing pretty good, going every single day. But I don't think that works as well when you just, you know, tell somebody that you're gonna do it, and then they're kind of, if they're kind of passive as well about checking on you. You know, I think it's better when you have someone that actually does what you do, and you guys are committed to checking on each other and calling each other out every single time you don't keep up. Okay, so that's essentially all I have. If you, as usual, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, put it in the comment section below. I will be sure to answer, as my channel is still tiny. I'm not overwhelmed with comments, so I always respond to every single comment or emoji that I get every now and then. I have some people that always just come leave little emojis and stuff. I love them. So but yeah, all right. If you're interested in getting started with, you know, making, learning how to do digital marketing and sell digital products to make an extra income online, even through your YouTube channel that might not necessarily be monetized yet, check out the first link I have in the description below this video. That's something that I'm doing now. So, and I would encourage you to do it too if you want to, you know, at least get some extra income for 2025. All right. Thank you everyone so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next one. Ciao.